Okay, so the Wuthering Waves drip marketing is finally here for version 2.1. Now, obviously I held off a day to do this because I knew how the drip marketing kind of works. They release a character on one day and then they release another one on the other one. So again, Brant is the newest one that we've actually known about. This came out like a couple of hours ago, and pretty much it says post-lament Anthropocene, stars intertwined. In the face of danger and adversity, the stage is set for our grandest act, Brant. And then say archive as captain of the Fool's Troop. Brant exudes a carefree, easygoing charm, unbonded by convention. Beneath his flamboyant persona lies a genuine heart, deeply devoted to his family and companions. His life is dedicated to securing a safe haven for the troop's members. Now that's kind of interesting, mentioning his family there. I don't know if they mean the troop themselves is his family, or if he's got family maybe back at home or something that he cares about, because there wasn't really much mention of that in this story, I don't think. Obviously, Brant is a character that we did see in the story, and he looks absolutely amazing. Obviously, I've thought about pulling him. Now, obviously, it's going to be kind of hard because there's a lot of characters that I really want in this update, so I'm not sure if I will be able to, but I can acknowledge that he has such a good character design with the whole pirate kind of design, and obviously, he's one of the first characters we met. Now, he has had a really big part in the story, but I'm pretty sure he will have an even bigger kind of role to play in the story later on. Now, a lot of people were speculating what his kind of abilities were going to be. So we can see here that he's holding a sword. So it seems like he is going to be some kind of sword character, and that, you know, we're going to see him, you know, using that weapon. Maybe it is kind of a bait because, you know, some characters in Wuthering Waves, they like appear to have like a sword, but they actually have like a secret gun ability or something like that. You know, you get what I mean. You know, they do tend to be quite deceptive. And a lot of people are also speculating that maybe he'd be using like some kind of ropes and strings incorporated in his movements. Obviously, because you have the whole pirate kind of thing of him flying about on strings. We saw him do it in the actual story itself, in the cutscenes, everything like that. So people were expecting maybe he's going to be some kind of like aerodynamic kind of character. A little bit like Camellia, you know, how Camellia like kind of floats around and everything. But again, we're gonna have to wait and see what happens. That is like not confirmed. There is no, I haven't taken information from anywhere, by the way. This is purely what like some of me and my like content creator friends, you know, think about. You know, we just have little conversations like this, be like, I wonder what the kit might be. And that's just one of the things that come up in the conversation. Now, obviously, you know, character design, really cool, as I said, and I'm very, very looking forward to him. Now, if we go over to the other character who's a little bit further down, which obviously is going to be Phoebe. Phoebe actually got announced yesterday. I made a whole TikTok on this, like talking about, you know, what she's going to be like. Obviously, we met her in the story too, pretty much at the start. She is an acolyte of the Order of the Deep, which means, you know, she's a kind of a religious girl kind of thing. And it pretty much says, post-lament Anthropocene, praise the Sentinel, may they guide you to compassion and enlightenment. Phoebe, an acolyte of the Order of the Deep, always carries herself with warmth and grace. Devout and steadfast in her adherence to the Order's doctrines, she embodies exceptional self-discipline, yet beneath her composed exterior burns a bright and vibrant spirit. A light with heartfelt joy for all she holds dear. So again, really, really cool. I really like her character design. Again, she doesn't really give me that character design of like, oh, wow, I have to pull this. She has some, you know, crazy kind of design. I don't think she is like kind of like that, but it would be interesting to see what both of these characters' animations are like and what the ultimates are like, because again, it could be something that saves the character for me, especially for Phoebe, because Phoebe so far, she just seems a little bit like lackluster. Obviously, I don't want to like, you know, downplay a lot of other people, but I do think, you know, for me, I won't be pulling her just because the character design isn't that amazing, but I can see why a lot of people do like her. She has that whole religious thing going on, which I do think a lot of people do like. So again, it will be interesting. Now, obviously, she's pictured with some of these echoes, and she has a lot of affiliation with a lot of echoes. So maybe she's going to have some kind of ability to do with them. And a lot of people are speculating whether she'll be a support or a damage dealer. That's been a big question in the community recently, because obviously, looking at a character design, she looks like a support, you know? She looks like, you know, she's a religious girl. She like has this staff thing. You'd expect her to be some kind of support character who maybe like will heal, maybe will do buffs, maybe will do something like that. But a lot of people have actually been speculating that she's going to be a damage dealer, which is kind of crazy. Again, I'm not saying that, you know, this is confirmed or anything. So if it does turn out she's still a support, then obviously, you know, that's totally fine. But I've seen a lot of people in my Twitch chat. Now, I don't know if this is, I don't think it's leaks or at all or anything. And I hope it's not, because again, I don't want to cover any of that here. But a lot of people in my chat were saying that maybe she might be damage. I'm not sure. Maybe she will, maybe she won't, but it would be very interesting if she was. I think I'd be much more interested in her if they do go for like a kind of different design in terms of damage and in terms of like maybe making a sub DPS, something like that. So again, it does seem very, very interesting. I'm very excited for both of these characters. Again, I don't really know if I'm going to be pulling for either of them, because obviously we've got other characters coming out in the future, like Zany. We've got, who else we got? We got that new character, I forgot what her name is, like the Fleur de Lis one. Oh god, I forgot what her name is. The one that's like kind of associated with the Sentinel, which again is really, really cool. So again, I really want to pull for her too, and I wasn't really expecting I was going to pull on her. Obviously, we've got characters like Frolova as well, which again, Frolova looks absolutely amazing. I don't know if she's going to be playable though, because we haven't actually seen many of the like bad guys become a playable character yet. For example, like Scar, we haven't seen him become a playable character. So it's going to be interesting to see what the future of Wuthering Waves holds, and it's also really nice to see that we are still going for the double 5-star character, because before people were very worried that the game was going to slow down, especially near the end of version 1.0, like, you know, the 1.0 series, not just 1.0 itself. I think 1.0 started off with 2 banners, like it started off with Jian and Yilin, like each phase. But I think later on, as it went on, we got 1 5-star, like new 5-star, and then we got a 4-star character, which just felt like really slow. And I really hope that they do keep up this pace in terms of like double 5-star, double new 5-stars. So we have one and then we have the other, and people can like choose which one they want to pull and keep going, because I feel like it seems like it makes the game a little bit more like, I don't know, it just makes it feel better, you know? I'm sure you guys know exactly what I mean, obviously, because at the moment we've got Carlotta, and then Rocha is coming out right after. Now, obviously, it's not very good for a lot of people's banks and saving up, especially if you want both the characters on the same, like, kind of banner thing in both phases. It's going to be very hard, but at the same time, it makes the game feel a little bit more alive. It gives people a little bit more of something to do, which, again, I think is very good. And overall, I'm just very excited to see if Wuthering Waves can keep going with this kind of stuff and keep going with releasing a lot of new characters, because this is what's going to keep the game's momentum going. If they slow down with 4 stars, it might be a little bit, you know, we might go back to like 1.4 kind of time where it was kind of bad, you know? But again, hopefully they can do that. Hopefully it doesn't divulge into that, because it was terrible. I think that, you know, Lumi, although she was a very good character, I think although, who else was the other characters as well? Like Yohu, although they are pretty like decent characters in terms of abilities and everything, it just wasn't enough to keep people interested. Obviously some people pulled for them, but a lot of people can't justify spending on a limited banner just to get a 4-star. But currently it does seem like Wuthering Waves is trying to go for the double 5-star approach, because again, why not? And obviously we have this animation for Brant here too. I just want to quickly show this off. Obviously it looks really cool. It's pretty much the same image, but just him just like, you know, looking cool and his hair swaying in the wind. Obviously that's going to get a lot of people going in terms of his animations and design, because there's a lot of people who really like Brant's design. And also we have the same thing for Phoebe as well. Obviously her design is much more like elegant and nicer and religious. So again, really, really cool, and I can't wait for these characters to come out. But yeah, let me know down in the comments what you guys think about these characters. Which one are you going to be pulling on? Because again, I don't think I'm going to be pulling on either. If I was to pull on any of them, it will probably be Phoebe. I do think she still looks pretty cool. I just don't like Brant as much. But again, let me know down in the comments what you guys are going to be pulling, because I'm sure I'm not, you know, it might just be me that's not pulling on these banners. Or, you know, let me know down in the comments if you guys are not pulling on these banners, because, hey, join the club. Join the club. But anyways, if you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.